Oh hi, here's a question. How long it took you to get to your first 100 million coins? Days? Weeks? Months? You don't condone the arbitrary pursuit of mana as a valuable way to spend your time and you still haven't got there. Well, I can respect that. No. Get the hell out of here. I want only a pixel perfect money driven speedrun experts here because I know it can be done in less than 5 minutes. Your first thought is probably something like, wait, what? That's impossible. Yeah, pretty much, but hear me out. 5 minutes, but only in-game time counts. Well, now your creative juices probably starts flowing because there are ways to make money while not playing the game, like minions for example, which I'm not gonna lie are pretty useless before at least several hours of playtime, but I think you get the idea what we are trying to go for, and it should be pretty fun. So yeah, anyway, Discord in the description, code SLT in the store, and let's go. Okay, so the idea for this one is to create a profile and then leave immediately. Which may seem counterproductive, but trust me, it's quite the opposite. Because you see, along with your island, you spawn a minion. A forever unpaid, never getting tired resource mining worker. It will start to mine a cobblestone. And it will continue to do that forever, eventually making you billions of coins without you lifting a finger. Or exactly 64 coins before it will run out of inventory space. Okay, so 1. Create a profile. 2. Leave immediately. 3. Come back after the minion fills up. Then as soon as possible warp to the hub. Then warp back to your island. You should spawn on the same island as your minion. So go to your minion and slash sethome in front of him so that every time you log in you can just collect it immediately, spending no time and making infinite money. Except not really, because collecting minions still takes like a second, so it's not infinite but very mediocre 64 coins per second. Plus now you are going to run out of inventory space. Okay, well, in that case, 1. Create, 2. Leave, 3. Come back, 4. Slash sethome. However, then, logging in and out just to collect the minion, the next 15 seconds you want to spend first upgrade the minion to level 2, and then filling up your inventory with cobblestone. So I actually did the math, if it would be better to upgrade minion to level 4, which would allow you to collect more cobblestone per turn, but you'd be losing someone upgrading the minion, and turns out it would be literally the same. So yeah, I guess it's just better to don't upgrade it. After your inventory fills up, warp to the hub and immediately head to the nearest NPC to sell the cobblestone. Then head to the bank to deposit your coins, after which you will start earning interest, which every 31 hours adds 2% money to your account, which you can also stack up to 2 times. So every 62 hours all you need to do is just log in for like split second to add 4% money to your account, which at the beginning going to be basically nothing, but don't forget it's growing exponentially until eventually you are making billions of coins per second. Except not really, because there is a cap of 250,000 coins per interest or 500,000 per double interest, plus it's going to take way too long to even get to that point. So as you can clearly see, it's not exactly working, but what else did you expect? I mean, 5 minutes is not a lot of time. It's nowhere near enough to even dream about unlocking Bazaar. Doing something trivial like walking up to an auction house takes a significant portion of your time, and you can't even access it remotely because to get a free booster cookie you need at least 5 hours of playtime. Plus, I don't think there's a whole lot you can buy with 0 coins. So I'm gonna just straight up admit, 100 million coins in less than 5 minutes is way too difficult. So how about we take a step back and try something a little easier? Like 1 billion coins in less than a minute. 1. Create a profile. 2. Leave immediately. 3. Come back after the minion fills up, then as soon as possible warp to the hub. Then warp back to your island. You should spawn on the same island as your minion, so go to your minion and start sethome in front of him, so that every time you log in you can just collect it immediately. Then, logging in and out just to collect the minion, the next 15 seconds you want to spend first, upgrade the minion to level 2 or 4, and then filling up your inventory with cobblestone. After your inventory fills up, warp to the hub and immediately head to the nearest NPC to sell the cobblestone. After which, head to the auction house, or in the chat paste the command to see the auction of a person you earlier checked who were selling budget hoppers. Bid on one and immediately log off. After the auction ended and you want a bid to log back on, and even though you technically don't have access to AH, you can still see a specific auction by pasting the code of that auction, so collect your hopper, put it inside the minion and you are pretty much done. So the way the budget hopper works is that after your minion runs out of inventory space, it will automatically start selling excess items for 50% of their NPC sell price, and works pretty much forever. So now all you have to do is to just wait. How long exactly? Don't worry about it, it's not like you have to do anything, just sit back, relax and wait. For about 1200 years. Okay, I can see how for most of you, I hate to break it, but with a limited lifespan, while it may be cool to know how to make billion coins playing the game for less than a minute, it's not exactly useful. So how do you make the most money spending the least time possible? Well, while I'm not an expert by any means, nor gonna talk about anything groundbreaking, it is fairly easy to make from 100 million to a billion coins per week, spending only like half an hour, or in some cases only a couple of minutes, and then I can try to briefly summarize that. However, it is important to mention it's not going to work from the start. You're gonna need at least that 10 to 50 hours of playtime to get enough money and unlock everything you're gonna need for this. But yeah, anyway. So obviously you wanna use minions. The most lazy way would be to just go for slime minions with corrupted soil. Tier 9 will work just fine. Throw in a standard equipment with enchanted hopper and call it a day. Not counting the setup time, it's like, I don't know, 100 million per week, spending no time at all. Next is the forge/composter. There's really no reason not to do it. It's like 5 million per half a minute of work, assuming you are somewhat organized and don't spend like 5 minutes buying all the ingredients. Next is flip crafting, which works similar to forge, except instead of waiting for the items to forge, you just craft them yourself, which makes it way harder to find items that will work reasonably well to call it a passive money making method, which would be like 5 million per minute of crafting, not including the time to sell. If you're gonna find 1 or 2 such items and organize it well, it's a very flexible way to make a lot of money spending not a lot of time. And if you don't understand what am I even talking about, you can just skip it all together, because mayors/events are probably the best consistent way to make a ton of money spending no time at all. So basically they really incentivize, or in some cases are straight up required to obtain some items while using up a lot more other items, creating one of the easiest to predict changes in price, like, I don't know, Aatrox. Buffs Slayers, so a lot more people grind them, so Slayer drops go down in price, the Slayer equipment goes up in price, and items used in the Slayer recipes which supply isn't counterbalanced by the Mayor also go up in price, like, I don't know, Enchanted String, which is used in a lot of Slayer recipes, while you don't get much more string during Slayer Mayor. That kinda rhymes. But unlike a fish, which is used in a lot of fishing recipes, but you also get a lot more fishes during a fishing Mayor, so the price stays balanced. Like, I don't know, I guess what I'm trying to say is buy low, sell high, and for literally hundreds of items you can know exactly when the price is going to be the lowest and when the price is going to be the highest. And you just need to figure out which items and when is it best to invest in, which I unfortunately cannot tell you, because 1, that will make them no longer the best, and 2, I genuinely don't know it. I mean, I know some really good ones that can make you over 100 million per event spending only a couple of minutes, but I'm sure you can do even better than that. So yeah, like I said, these are ways to make money if you can spend only a couple of minutes per day, which would also mark a very unsatisfying end of that video, and I'm sorry, but I'm just not gonna spend literally years waiting to make the premise of this video actually physically happen. Luckily, I didn't have to. Because about once per year you get exactly 1 single attempt to get a little head start. And this would be that 1 single, far from perfect attempt. It's December 25th, 2022. To celebrate this year's holiday season, Hypixel introduced an advent calendar, allowing players to each day of the advent claim a small reward. But since the advent just ended, all of the rewards are available to be claimed. This is exactly when I created my profile. But if you think I'm gonna spend an entire minute claiming all of the 340,000 coins, you'd be dead wrong. My plan was to claim only 1 reward. The last one, claiming the rest would be literally a waste of time. The reward was a skin for a rock pet and 50,000 coins, exactly enough to set up a sell offer for 5 million coins, exactly what the lowest bin for that rock pet skin was. It was way more than is it actually worth, but since it was the only time we could get it, a lot of people were betting it will go up in price. It didn't, but oh well. Well, I sold the skin, collected the money, and immediately started looking for someone selling snow minions, which with the amount of people trading gifts at the time was not a problem at all. I visited the first one I saw, bought 7 tier 11 snow minions, warped to my island, and placed down 5 of them. Why 5, you may ask? Well, I totally forgot that's the maximum you can place on a new profile. I could use the logging in and out strat to upgrade my cobblestone minion and get 1 extra slot that way, but 2 extra slots without committing extra couple of minutes was going to be tough. Regardless, the next step was buying budget hoppers, for which I headed to the AH. Again, should have I done it earlier when I already was in the AH? Yep. Totally, but I didn't. Well, I bought the hoppers, put them inside the minions, collected one of the snow minions, and placed back down the cobblestone minion, which I was going to upgrade to get that 1 extra minion slot. I set up my spawn point and logged off to plan my next move. And honestly, there was much more I could immediately improve on without actually playing the game, except maybe buying upgrades for the minions. So after considering all of my options, I decided my best course of action would be to just go for minion expander, boosting the minion speed by 5% and diamond spreading, occasionally generating diamonds. Which gave me an idea. Wait, I can use diamond spreading to get diamonds, to craft a diamond minion to get 1 extra slot that way. Well, that's what I did. The only problem was I didn't have any wood to craft the pickaxe for the diamond minion and wasn't sure how can I get it the fastest. Well, there were 2 options: to go for the wood under my island, which was probably slightly faster, but I could get only 2 logs of wood, or go to the NPC, which was slightly longer, but I could buy a lot more wood in case I need some more in the future. Well, after I did some testing, I decided going for the NPC will be the smartest, cause the difference wasn't that significant. So I crafted a diamond minion, bought all the minion upgrades, and over the course of next couple of days, by logging in just to upgrade the diamond and cobblestone minion, I unlocked 6th and 7th minion slot, at which point I placed down the remaining snow minions, and with the best minion setup I could possibly achieve playing the game for less than 10 minutes, I logged off for like 2 months. During which the minions made enough money to upgrade from budget hoppers to enchanted ones, selling the items for 90% of the NPC sell price instead of the 50, after which I logged off for another month. During which the minions made enough money for the maximum bank interest, so I deposited all of my money, and then it was just a case of logging in every couple of days to collect 500,000 coins of interest, plus letting the minions to do all the work. And yeah, so this is how I made 100 million coins playing the game for less than 10 minutes. Okay, well, not exactly yet, because I'm like the least organized person ever and straight up forgot about this profile for a few months. It's going to take at least few more weeks of waiting, but the point still stands. And I agree, it may not be as good as 1 billion coins per minute, but the thing is, I can just leave it be, and this probably forever will be the profile with the highest net worth in relation to playtime, with literally like a billion net worth per hour of playtime. Or I can try to make it even higher, but that would require some really elaborate thinking and planning of my every step, so I'm not sure if I'm willing to sign up for this. But for now, thanks for watching, and see you soon.